G'day YouTube, what's poppin'? Come with me. Hey, have you ever heard of crisis actors? Now let's take a closer look at these patients. See if they're genuinely sick or are these merely crisis actors. You gotta remember, it's CNN filming here. They ain't the Brady Bunch, they're the dodgy bunch. Let's take a look.
I was born in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, at this very hospital, so I came home to see what was happening for myself.
Baton Rouge General Mid-City is bursting at the seams.
Do you have more patients here with COVID than without?
That is correct.
You hear that? The hospital is bursting at the seams. Where are all the staff? Look at the corridors. Where's the staff? If they were bursting at the seams and at near capacity, where are all the staff? There would be hospital staff everywhere. Nurses, doctors, nurses' aides, everywhere. Look at the office. Where's the staff? This looks like a typical night shift scenario with just a handful of patients in the hospital. This ain't bursting at the seams.
At General Hospital in your lifetime, you haven't seen anything like this?
I have never seen one illness occupy 90% of the resources and 90% of the beds.
What's going on?
The Delta. That's the new virus. It's more contagious. It's more virulent. And, it's catching people that have not been vaccinated.
Here is 53-year-old Jim. He's unvaccinated, and so is his brother. Until yesterday, Jim and his brother were in here together. The brother got well enough to be discharged, and Jim hopes he'll be as lucky.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Doing a lot better.
You and your brother were here?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
We just got COVID and got sick, and we went to the hospital in the Ritter, and they didn't have no place for us to send us down here. He come down 2 days before me, and he left yesterday going home. I was in ICU for 3 days, and they moved me up to a room.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Notice how they're really emphasizing unvaccinated, Delta variant, younger patients. Now look at this overweight, unhealthy specimen. He is using a non-rebreather oxygen mask that you would require that mask if you were just resuscitated, very short of breath as it delivers 60% oxygen, continuous flow. He is talking, putting words together, sentences together, no problem. If you required one of these masks, you would be short of breath. And you would look more like this guy. Papa Smurf. That's right, you would look like Papa Smurf, blue from lack of oxygen, if you required one of these masks.
Why didn't you get vaccinated?
Just hadn't had time, I guess just didn't do it.
So you're not anti-vaccine?
No, sir. No, sir.
You're just kind of ambivalent about it?
Yep, just country boy.
Do you regret it?
Yes, I do.
Tell me why.
Just, I don't know if the shot would have helped me, but maybe it would have kept preventing it get worse.
What do you say to folks?
Open your eyes.
Hey, check this one out. I don't think she's up for a Grammy Award, this one. Fail.
I didn't freak out. I was shocked when they said I had COVID.
Why?
I don't go anywhere. We have been quarantining, disinfecting, doing everything that we're supposed to do. And I still ended up with the virus. My children got tested immediately. I'm the only one.
Well, let me ask you. Why didn't you get vaccinated?
Me, myself, I thought that I was being safe because I've been quarantining since the beginning of the pandemic. The reason I didn't get vaccinated, my choice was I wanted to wait, let this first batch go through, see how it worked. But before I got sick, I was thinking about getting vaccinated, and I was speaking to my children about it. I didn't make it in time.
Being in the hospital is hard, but in some ways, the conversation with her children is even harder.
If mommy doesn't make it home, you guys know I love you. I have raised you up the right way.
Oh, they're playing dirty now, pushing some emotional buttons, trying to get you to take the jab for your kids. You know, mummy don't come home. That does happen in real life situations. But now they're playing dirty.
To experience death around me constantly was a huge ordeal for me.
You experience
Because-
people dying here.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Younger than me, healthier than me, you know, and it affects, even though I don't know these people, when you experience a cold blue or laughter in the with the staff turns to silence because they're heartbroken because they just lost somebody.
Nobody's vaccinated at home?
Nobody's vaccinated at home yet.
How many
It is 5 of us.
children?
Yes.
Ages?
20, 18, 14, and 1.5.
And you wanted to wait,
For myself.
and what about for them?
I spoke to them about it, and I honestly think that they were afraid.
Afraid of what?
The time, how quickly the vaccine was presented. It's time for us to get vaccinated as a family.
70-year-old Brenda Carl says she was admitted to the hospital Saturday with double pneumonia and COVID-19.
What were your symptoms? What happened?
I just got to where I couldn't breathe. I had no oxygen, and I was doing okay at home. I thought I was getting better, and then just the bottom fell out. You just don't know. And it's rough stuff. It really is.
Did you know you had COVID?
Yes, I had tested positive several days before, yeah.
Why didn't you get vaccinated?
Just apprehensive, you know. My husband got vaccinated and wanted me to, and I just thought, oh, I'll be careful, and you know, but it's, I guess, needful, very needful.
Are you going to?
I plan to get vaccinated.
And you weren't against vaccines?
Oh no, I've always taken vaccines. I was just, this seems so different, you know, and just informational. I just didn't, I guess, get the information that I wanted, or thought, well, you know, it's so different. I'm not sure it's going to be a good vaccine. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so
What do you say to folks now?
I think everybody ought to try to get it. Yeah. Yeah.
And now you see this woman, she has just the nasal prongs in the nose, but you can hear she has a degree of shortness of breath as she's saying a few words or a sentence, and then you can hear the bit of laboured breathing. Double pneumonia, that's likely what you'd see. But she had COVID and double pneumonia? Sounds like a bad recipe to me. Deadly Delta variant and double pneumonia? I don't know about that.
What have they seen over the last year and a half?
So we opened this hospital April 3rd last year, our acute care units and our ICU units, to take in COVID positive patients. We did it 3 different times, and here we are again the 4th time. It looks a little different this time. Our patients are a little bit sicker, and they're a lot younger this time.
Younger people?
Younger people than the first surge, absolutely.
They're younger. This is what they're pushing the Delta variant about. It's more virulent, more deadly. Doesn't look deadly to me. Target marketing, I call that. So what is this vaccine really for?
He says he's not anti-vaccine, he just didn't have the time.
Yeah. We
You
find,
you find that a lot?
well, yeah, a lot of people, I mean, some people are anti-vaccine. Some people just don't think it's, you know, as important, I guess, if you will. They, you know, they don't think it's going to happen to them. And unfortunately, what we're seeing here is that it can happen to anybody.
I'm aware I'm in a hospital full of patients with the Delta variant.
So you have to change it every time you go to a different...
So not to a different room, to a different floor, because outside is clean space, inside is dirty space. Makes sense?
Yes.
So we keep COVID behind these walls.
And they want to keep COVID behind the walls. Well, If that's the case, why are all the majority of the hospital room doors open? And if that was the case, the doors would be closed, they'd have negative pressure ventilation, meaning instead of air conditioning blowing in as per usual, it would be reversed, it would be sucking out of the room. So you would have negative pressure ventilation and the doors would be closed, and they're usually behind double doors. This is not infection control. You're talking deadly Delta variant here, remember?